Hey, Carlo, how you doing over there?
Hello, Ricky. Do you copy? Ricky, over.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. No static over here. Over.
Okay, Roger that, over. Well, it looks like we're back.
Wow, good, good. No technical difficulties here. Never heard
Just
of
busted out
those.
the walkie-talkies and it all worked out.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, wow, it's like the draft. We're just seeing it all over again for the first time.
hmm
Yeah,
Bringing it on back.
yeah. So similar bands. They actually Ohio State gets rid of silencer right away. So they were annoyed. Tangy Dota getting that respect ban. The respect ban deserved.
Deserved, dude. They had a ban a brain that big. Okay, the big
Facts.
boy. Hello, X.
Now,
Now,
unlike last game, Michigan steals that little axe from Ohio
huh?
State, and
I
it's
mean,
not that surprising. A silencer's banned.
well, Ori was killing it even before Blink Dagger. Ori was hitting 2 3-man calls.
Yeah, Ori was doing good. Phoenix,
No,
love this hero.
great combo with Axe. Great against Axe too.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what team you're on, you always want to be Sunraying an Axe.
yeah,
Now, so Phoenix obviously aggressive, great in team fights,
so good.
but lacks lockdown. So that's they're gonna have to put lockdown on cores and the other support, like the other support and potentially like at least one of the cores. He's
Yeah,
gonna be a damage hero and not a control necessarily, but a damage and a team fight hero.
yeah. And I think one of the things we see with Phoenix is he always gets picked up early as a support, and then a lot of times you have to pick to counter this hero, right? You can't actually just let Phoenix have a free game. So University of Michigan, most likely we're going to see an Ursa, a Marana, one of these kind of really good heroes that deal with the egg. And if they don't get one of them in this first phase, Ohio State should have a pretty easy time of banning out to make Phoenix's game just that much easier.
Now, how do you feel about the Necrophos? This
The
is a hero we've
Necro,
been seeing banned, but we don't really see him picked too often.
an early pick on Necro is also dangerous.
Mhm.
So we'll see. I think there's a lot of heroes that are in the pool currently that you can pick. Currently, the one that comes to mind against both these heroes that's strong is Nyx Assassin.
Yep.
So
Oh, speaking of bugs.
there's one right there. One of the two bugs that are great against both these heroes.
Mhm. Well, so that's already a very annoying, very strong off lane. Do you think we're gonna see both those heroes there, the Axe and the Weaver, or is Weaver gonna be safe lane and Axe gonna be off?
I mean, we could see a 4-axe, right? I mean, we saw 4-axe last game. I think Weaver is like fairly flexible as a hero, but I
He's
think,
a fairly good hero, and he's great
yeah,
against Phoenix because he can just run away from the egg. Sakuchi always giving max movement speed. You're not scared of the egg. He's also good at killing it with Geminate attack.
that is true. I would expect Michigan to ban out Ursa here, or I'm sorry, Ohio State to ban out Ursa here.
Even with it, because what's Ursa and Necrophos? I feel like Necrophos holds his own with Ghost Shroud, and against an Ursa. So it's only the Phoenix. But I mean, I do agree. Phoenix does need to get picked around. You can't let him get Supernova off. It's too strong of an ultimate.
Yeah, I think I mean, it's also not bad for Michigan to pick it, but they banned Morphling. I think that's fine. So maybe Terrorblade is what we're gonna see.
hmm Oh, another Terrorblade. They
Yeah, it's
came
still in the
secured. Yeah,
pool.
Morphling
Morphling's
banned.
banned. I feel like it's
And
fine.
then we saw Axe. Axe was good against Terrorblade, but not good enough. Weaver versus Terrorblade. I feel like Terrorblade he has fast attack speed, he has high armor, he's not really scared of the bugs. Obviously I mean the Weaver gets chased by the reflection through Sakuchi, so they keep a track of him. I feel like Terrorblade's fine against Weaver.
Yeah, Terrorblade's totally fine. He does enough damage too, so it's really difficult for Weaver to kind of sustain lane. If he goes meta, Weaver can't come up for last hits basically.
And Sunder seems stronger than Time Lapse in healing, right? Because like Weaver wins the fight, Terrorblade sunders the Weaver, and so it's good for Terrorblade, bad for Weaver, and then Weaver has to Time Lapse, which is not really ideal to have to, your Time Lapse was used to heal the enemy team's carry.
Yeah,
I like it. I like the Terrorblade. I feel like you can pick it right now.
yeah.
I
I'm
feel like if
surprised they're taking so much time on this. There's a lot of heroes that are good against Terrorblade are already banned.
and like University of Michigan can just go core off lane Weaver, position 4 Axe, position 1 Terrorblade. Like that's still a fine draft.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. I mean, obviously Ohio State. I mean, they're pretty smart guys, but I feel like
Okay. Block?
Clockwork.
I mean,
That's
you
an
can go
interesting pick.
Dragonlance on Weaver. He's not scared of the cogs.
I mean, you can just time lapse out of hook anyway.
Yeah. Can you time lapse when you're getting battery salted? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can.
I don't. I I mean, I guess I can see the combo with Phoenix, but
I think I know why, and it's because of
10
the axe.
seconds
That's the only thing I
remaining.
can think of.
I mean, he can break his blink
They're
dagger.
just gonna
That's for
have
sure.
Clockwork sit on axe the whole
5
time.
seconds remaining.
Kunkka, I liked it last game. I'm sure I'm gonna like. Oh, and SN
owned last
Fairy,
game.
yeah, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
he was hitting torrents. Half his torrents were unassisted. Like he just aimed them.
I mean, he just enabled his cores that whole game. Like, he just set up free kills for Timbersaw over
I
and
don't
over
think
and
one
over
of
again.
his roams failed that entire game. Every time he went for a gank, it turned into a kill.
10 seconds remaining.
Great hero. He played it so well. I think Ohio State's
5
gotta
seconds
respect
remaining.
his Kunkka at this point.
Mhm.
Pick heroes that aren't as countered by it. I think Aikster went with the Ember Spirit last game, maybe thinking that, you know, he could outplay them, but it's just too good of a counter. And they've actually got to be careful with this reserve time. And last game, it kind of bit them in the butt.
It really did. The reserve time's killing me because it screams Ohio State isn't prepared for this. Whereas Michigan, we saw them. They're a unit. They're a collective. They're a team. Ohio State was Eichster and friends, and going to reserve time isn't putting a good taste in my mouth for game 2. I'd really like to see Ohio pull it together. We saw they have the potential, but if Michigan's gonna play the way they've been
Radiant
playing,
team pick.
ooh,
Wow, Spectre.
speaking of late game insurance, okay.
So, I mean,
So they got him.
Ohio
Go
wants
ahead.
to take this super late.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
And
if
Necro's
you
fine late,
pick a
Phoenix is fine late.
Necrospectre like this, you're running for the late game.
Mm-hmm. And there's another metallic keen folk space creator for the mid game.
Yeah. I feel like Clockwork it might be
Dire team
underwhelming this game. We'll see. You know, Pro Warlord is an interesting pick here.
He definitely helps with the Phoenix egg.
Yeah, it's like he's good for the Phoenix Egg. I don't know how it actually matches up against this Necrospectre.
Yeah, obviously Ghost Shroud is gonna just stop physical damage. I mean, Troll is a great one-on-one
10
fighter, but
seconds remaining.
Spectre only fights with his team. Spectre's not a solo fighter, so
Yeah,
every
Spectre's
time
not
Troll
gonna
wants
go
to go
for
toe to
Troll.
toe,
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
be you know, pressing, like, using his ult to get to a different hero. He's never gonna be going right on the Troll unless there's like
Yeah.
a Necro there.
it's hard for Troll to go toe to toe with his Spectre. There's not going to be a lot of opportunities for that.
I think it's a good
Team
pick.
pick.
I really do. I like the Tinker Band though too. That's probably one of the most scary things you could see coming out of Ohio State here, because
And I love the Storm Spirit. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say they banned that actually exclusively because Storm Spirit got banned. So
Mhm.
if you ban that Storm Spirit, it's a
Okay,
likely Tinker pick. So
Dire team
Mhm.
Deuce could be
they,
good.
Ohio knows they have a lack of lockdown. But we're not going to have a lack of smackdown as Kevin the First returning with the crown on his head, game 2 Invoker.
Yeah, I mean he did great in game 1. You gotta feel pretty comfortable as Michigan here, right? You got 2 comfort picks again in this game. So
Yeah. And yeah, Kevin Invoker's a hero. When you get a warm-up game, that's great. Oh, we're going for another fancy hero.
Alina. So I thought Alina last game against Invoker
Yes, you
as
did.
well. It's not a bad matchup for Alina. It's a good hero in the mid game. I think what we saw on our last series though is Alina that went for like really early game ganking, and then the team wanted to go super late and never fought. So it kind of put Lina in a really awkward position. So we'll see what they opt to do this game. I think they have damage potential in the mid game. They really do. But I think Ohio wants to take this late.
Yeah. This is once again with the drafts. Like
I don't even know if you win late game against Michigan. Actually,
I like Michigan late. I was gonna say I feel like Clockwork is he just nosedives going into the late game. Troll gets very scary to deal with. Kunkka gets scary to deal with. Aghanims on Weaver if he wants to go that route.
yeah, we got a
No, he probably won't.
a tangy support on
This
the
is like a 5-core
Axe,
team on
yeah.
Michigan. They're fine going late against Spectre. And
yeah.
Clockwork's gonna do nothing. Troll ult will just completely deal with Phoenix ult.
I'm leaning towards Michigan's draft again.
I think Michigan in all phases of the game is going to do well, but that's not to say that like Ohio's lineup is still very scary.
Yeah, I think this game is going to rely a lot on a few mid-game fights with the Phoenix and the Clockwork and Phoenix have to have like really good positioning in the mid game to try and to set up some like really big fights.
For sure. Well, Clockwork has to pull his weight. That's just the story of the hero, because he's not a hero known for scaling well late into the game.
Well,
Prepare
before we
for
get
battle.
started, let's go ahead and introduce these teams. We got Sogard on the Troll Warlord here. Fairy again playing this Kunkka like he did in game number 1. We got Tangy, the one and only, playing this Axe. Evan the First going for a repeat on his Invoker in the mid lane, and bottom lane on Weaver. We got Godog. Now, tell me a little bit about the other boys. Do you know how to
Let me tell you a little bit the other boys. Speaking of bottom lane, Liquid Matt returning to the off lane. He'll be playing Necrophos. Then we have Spectre, the late game dominator, the epitome of insurance. Swamp Donster, I like turtles. Phoenix, the very scary support. Akimoto, the vengeful from last game. Clockwork, the man who has to make it happen, is being played by Ori, the man who did make it happen last game, I'd like to add. And Aegster, the highest MMR player in this game to my knowledge, is going to be lighting it up on Lina.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I think the mid lane is fairly even for the most part. Lina should have I would say a better first few waves, but I think as that lane goes on, Invoker does just fine. Top lane, though,
we
is
saw
gonna be
Kevin
real rough.
pull it together later on in the lane. And Tangy's
The
actually,
battle
Tangy and Troll.
begins.
Yeah, I
Wielding
feel like
3 axes across 2 people.
yeah. I mean that's a lot of
Dang,
weaponry.
that's a lot of axes.
I think you have to be pretty scared here if you're Ohio State safe lane, right? This Spectre doesn't do exceptionally well against an axe in general.
Tangy. Dude, I love this.
He's getting that early aggression in. Why not?
Yeah, because the creeps don't aggro until they make it to the tower.
Clockwork managed to hold his creeps in place there for a better position.
Yeah, I like that. That is something utility Clockwork brings to the game, is the lane control. Now, Clockwork and Kunkka, 2 pretty dangerous strength supports. Actually, there's 4 strength supports this game.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
see
not
that
something
very
you don't see that very often at all.
Oh, and look at that! Cogs, he actually catches Weaver, but Weaver's and Kunkka are just gonna farm, man. That was actually, oh, that just feels so bad. They got 3 Cogs. Now, does Necrophos get charges on his? Oh, they got rid of it. What's it? Charges Heartstopper? Not Heartstopper. Death Pulse. Does he get a charge for killing a Cog?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Yeah,
kind of
because it
a
still
cool
counts
combo.
as a deny.
Yeah. Okay. Not
Top
bad.
lane, this axe, dude. Look at Tangy right now. He is just zoning both of these heroes out by himself.
And if you know what's funny, if he got level 2, he would have stayed there and tanked the creep wave on top of
This
them.
is. Oh, I just realized Akimoto went Icarus dive level 1. I'm sure that had to be a
so
mistake.
he can't do anything. Yeah, and look at the Tangy knows. Okay, that's what you got to do. You got to run away from Tangy, who's just wrecking this lane.
Like
And
that
now
had to be a
oh,
mistake.
the bash! Yeah. Oh, they have nothing.
And this
This
lane
is not. They need the other lanes to work. How's Lina doing mid?
Lina's doing well. Like I said, I think Lina wins the first few waves, but then it evens out. She's showing that. Bot lane, kind of even, really. Necro and Weaver pretty much tied. I think
Yep.
they're winning the CS battle for sure.
But remember, there's CS and Cogs. So
Yeah.
the CS is just not relevant in the bottom lane. God, Battery Assault's great in the laning phase, though. You have to run away from him. Or group
Yeah.
up.
Top lane though, look at just Tangy is just not gonna let up. Akimoto
This
is
is his game.
he can't be in this lane. We're actually speaking of it. Swamp
That's gonna be
Monster
our
gets
first blood.
bashed. That's gonna be first blood.
You know, that's his style point. Troll's been meleeing with the axes all game, but he throws it. Throws it for the kill, hits him right in the back.
Yeah.
I like it. Spectre's gonna TP back in. What's gonna happen though? The same thing probably. Oh no.
Yeah, he's just gonna get battle hungry maybe.
Yeah, they think he can CS under tower.
Top lane Liquid Mac getting really low actually. Not full salvo though. Surprised
Yeah.
he's not ghost shrouding for that and angling. He's got a lot of stick charges though.
Yeah, I think, he can still fight. Look at he just healed it all the way back up. He doesn't have a lot of health. I didn't realize how low Necrophos' max health is.
Yeah, a lot of times you see him go null tally right away, so not having the null tally makes it a little bit difficult, but I think going for the full wand is definitely better in this situation.
Oh, and we're going to see a great double torn into the swarm. Now, with Battery Assault, Cosmog has no mana, but it's still very dangerous. Ghost Shroud and a wand. Oh my god, look at Matt is back. He still has the swarm on him. Can throw out another Death Pulse, doing a lot of damage. Weaver actually gets caught out in the cogs. He's gonna actually fight her. Torn is gonna double Torn. Great thinking, not going for just targeting the cogs, but hitting both. SN Fairy showing why he's on this Kunkka every game. Now, a lot of harass, but no kills.
Yeah.
So regen is being spent. Let's see who has more regen here. 5 tangos on Necro, 2 on Clockwork,
None
nothing.
left on Weaver. He's
I would say that's a 1 fight for Ohio State.
Yeah, and the other thing is Necro always wins the regen battle, right? But one thing I noticed is in that fight, he actually Ghost Shrouded to avoid damage instead of using it to gain regen. So he popped his like 10 stack wand without Ghost Shroud on. Didn't get nearly as much mana back.
I thought he had it on.
He popped it after the cogs. So he didn't get that much mana back.
Well, I mean, it still went well for him, and it could have gone a lot better, I guess.
But mid lane, look at the level difference. Aexter has 10 denies against 0 from the Invoker, so he is level 6 to Invokers, almost level 5. This is when it's really dangerous.
Oh, yeah. How much health? 722. Aexter's walking around.
He's just...
He wants to make something happen. He needs to make something happen. Look at his poor Spectre.
Yeah, he needs to get a kill here. They find this.
Farms the cogs.
Or you're gonna get some runes though. Well, I say that and Go Dog immediately Sakuchi's for the other. Buys his bottle in the process too. What a play.
Alright, gets the bounty. Or he might be in trouble here. There is... Ooh, misses the... No! Barely misses.
Man, this troll is having just an absolute free lane. 29 and 18 to 4 and 0.
Yeah.
This is...
Oh, God.
When I said Ohio State wants to take this late, I did not mean this late. This is...
They haven't started the game yet. They're still on the first wave of creeps.
Yeah, they're still ban picking their heroes.
Actually, bottom lane, we're going to see an X into a Torn, but it's not an Necro Post. They don't have the damage.
Yeah, Nexus is going to be fine. He's got plenty of regen. He's still got Ghost Shroud up. I think when he hits level 5, this lane starts tilting a little bit more in his favor.
Oh, yeah. They have to kill him all at once. They can't just try to put him down.
I would like to see Aexter get a good rotation. He doesn't really want to leave Kevin alone, is the thing. Last game, we saw him rotate into another lane, get some kills, but Kevin the first takes advantage of it and brawled up on that network threat. This Invis, though, might be
2 levels on Invoker. Oh, here we go. There's the LSA. Hits the raindrop.
He kills the range creep for the level 7, actually.
Okay, and then we're going to see a Dragon Slave, maybe. Some damage.
Burns 2 charges from his raindrops at least.
LSA. Yep.
You gotta be careful on Kevin there.
And Icarus Dive taking off top, actually. Phoenix getting out. Ixter, yeah, I agree with you, Ricky. I think Ixter, I would like to see Ixter in a different lane, but I don't think, I guess he just doesn't want to leave Kevin alone mid.
Oh my gosh,
Spectre low again.
Absolutely destroying him.
Yeah.
Where's Weaver's? Oh wow, X play. What a see. This is the power of a Kunkka support, right? He's gonna come back. He'll have bottle. He'll be able to give Kunkka almost half his mana back if he decides to bottle him, which he will.
Oh, it took a while for the combo to get online, but gosh, is that a combo?
Yeah. This Phoenix and Tangy's just standing on him, man. What are you gonna do? Triple Shrine, but Tangy doesn't. Actually, he's got to be careful of Aexter.
Tangy's so aggressive. Tangy's twice the level of Phoenix too.
Yeah, I mean, look at that.
Well, Kevin has caught up on levels. Kevin is checking out how we look at net worth. Kevin is, oh, he's still 300 behind Lina. But they're number 2 and 3. Lina on 2, Invoker on 3. Now, are we gonna, oh, he's gonna go Midas. We're not gonna see a Spirit Vessel this game.
I think Midas is
Kevin
fine.
in danger, but look at this. There he shows up, follows up with the Tornado, Light Strike Array missed. There's a great blade and an auto attack to finish him off. But Tangy and Fairy are here. A tower hit is not going to be enough. Maybe a 2-man Light Strike Array, not win your battle or win your taunted.
Yeah, so 3-man rotation to get Aegster. He does manage to get Kevin, which is a pretty good exchange, but this gives Liquid Matt a little bit of ability to kind of bully this Weaver out. And he's got to be careful. He's got Scythe. Okay, he barely Sakuchi's away to dodge the Scythe there. It's like,
well, in the meantime, though, Troll's in a position where he can bully Phoenix and Spectre. At level 7, he actually gets a bash on Phoenix, or on Spectre. He slows the Phoenix to throw the Sunray. Now they're killing the back. Is he gonna get 2? Is he gonna get 2 kills?
you have Fire Spirits, but he's missing them.
Oh my gosh! It didn't. So it didn't. He did. So Troll didn't even need his player, and now we're gonna see Tangy coming back.
I mean, he's the same level as both those heroes combined.
Tangy hasn't shown just yet. He might just dive the tower. No, he's actually gonna let him eat.
Oh my gosh, this lane went so much worse than I expected. I knew it was going to be a bad lane for Ohio State, but this is unheard of.
Yeah, this is Spectre's is minutes behind in an 8-minute game.
This is one of the issues with a Phoenix hero. I don't think you can ever pick a Phoenix Spectre. The main reason being is Phoenix isn't a super aggressive hero, doesn't like to make space in lane. Well, when I say she is an aggressive hero, she can be aggressive, but it requires the correct hero to be aggressive, right?
And it requires you to hit like every Fire Spirit every time.
I think this is a rough one.
Yeah, this is the going. I mean, you just look at the levels. It's going.
Lane X Torrent. I think Liquid Matt's too afraid about it. It'll be fine.
They have
almost
to kill,
level 6 though.
They need the boat, I think. The boat is the most important spell here because they can't kill Liquid Matt unless they kill him all at once.
And they need the boat. The boat will do a significant amount of damage. He can't go shrouded. Actually, taunt top onto the Spectre. Really gonna get him? Sunray gonna be enough to keep him alive, it looks like. But he refreshes the Battle Hunger. He's gonna go down here. He's a level 3 Battle Hunger.
Oh my god, great play by Tangy. Masterful axe. Actually, a Death Pulse hits on Weaver bottom while he's invis. Very low. Liquid Matt doesn't have enough mana to throw.
Oh, he's already Reaper Scythe. Where did he scythe?
He must have missed it. Well, the Weaver's low. He must have got the Weaver, I think. But Weaver's just gonna, like, they can just do the combo again. Actually, we see, Tonka not battle into battery assault, and Tonka barely makes it away. Now, top lane, though, we see
They find
Troll.
Oh my gosh, and that's an arcane rune. So his whole combo kit is coming back up. Only 45 seconds on Laguna Blade.
Oh yeah.
So that's a great find for Aegster.
I think he just goes top again.
Yeah, I think he'll need to. I mean, he's level 10 now, all over the mid lane, almost level 11. He's doing good, right? He's going to be the saving grace here for Ohio State as far as making space for his team because they're going to need it. This Spectre is going to need a lot of space to come back.
Actually, mid lane, we see a Torrent set up a Sunstrike. The Sunstrike misses. We're going to see a great Cogs by Torrent. Where he's standing in the meatball, though, gets eliminated. His head cut off by Axe, adding insult to injury. Axe will use the movement speed he got from Culling Blade to outrun Aker. Aker gets X'd up. There's the Torrent. She wants to finish Tangy, but he uses fading. They're not going to go for the kill, but they're going to do quite a lot of damage with that little support harass.
Man, that Battle Hunger is just insane. 40 damage per second.
Yeah, they can't deal with it at all. I'm just watching Troll. They're trying so hard to deal with Troll top. They do have Haunt now, though. Once,
yeah, if they can find a kill somewhere else on the map and give Spectre some haunt, like the ability to haunt and get some experience. Well, I say that, and Acer is just coming off. He has a Yules! That Yules is so good. Yeah. So that's the first reveal on it, right? 11 and a half minutes into the game, and he just gets a free kill for his Spectre. So Spectre, literally 4th from the bottom in net worth, but that's at least a chunk of something to change to get back into it.
Oh, bottom lane, here we go. We got the X-Boat onto Liquid Matt. Shroud.
That is not where you want to go, Shroud. I don't know if you want to go Shroud the boat there.
Going ethereal from Ghost Shroud causes you to take more magic damage, and the boat is magic. So take more boat damage. That's the highest magic spell in the game, actually. In this game. Oh no, Laguna Blade.
Laguna Blade, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you get Aghanims and it's pure.
Unless you get Aghanims on boat, and then it's hook.
That's true.
Well, I heard Phoenix bottom. Am I going crazy?
Yeah,
Phoenix
just
showed up
hunting this Spectre down.
Spectre, oh my, this poor guy. Axe is level 8.
This guy's huge. This off lane is just
like game 1.
It's such a problem for Ohio State.
Well, tower's gone. What's like doing? He's not going to do anything. He showed up back mid. His lane's getting pushed in.
I love Troll's build. Just goes Mask of Madness. He doesn't even like. He just can farm, right? Like he's put so much pressure in this top lane that they have. If they want to rotate, it's gonna cost the Lina. Lina's the only way he dies.
Yep.
Dire's top
I take it back. Maybe the Necrophos as well, but Necro can't afford to leave bot.
And Necro is the only thing going well apart from Lina. So if he shows up top and he just gets killed by the level 9 Master Madness troll, well then the only thing going on for
He's gonna
Ohio
have
is
both.
God at the bottom lane. We see it. Always
Up?
hits
Is
his
he
combo.
not? Oh, he didn't have the mana.
Gosh,
Did not have the mana.
Sunstrike.
He's getting Sunstrike. Yeah.
God, now Liquid Mat's in a bit of a dangerous position. We're going to see Weaver, Zakuchi in. Liquid Mat might go for the Reaper side. No, it's not enough damage. There's next LSA. Hits on Weaver, but not before Necros dies. Now Ace
This is a great rotation by Ace.
Counter.
Double kill. Yep.
Ace is just rolling through them. There we go. The Conca, actually, this is the light strike away because the Conca will away, but he dies. Two.
That was such a great rotation, actually.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Like that was Michigan was not going to back up there. They thought they had it.
Oh, Sunstrike on the mark catches Clockwork.
You let Kevin warm up in game 1, you're going to see him on fire in game 2.
Yeah, he's feeling him.
And-
Look at how close these two are sitting next to each other. They don't know they're there. Oh, he tried to tree and he finds him.
Uh-oh.
Can they get him? I don't think so.
I think
Actually,
they can.
maybe.
They have
Yeah, sight.
Look how fast he is. Oh.
Like auto.
That
One
makes
more
sense.
auto.
Yep.
I didn't think he was going to get in range for the Reaper Scythe, but he did.
has fallen.
And yeah.
I'm surprised Troll didn't use Mask of Madness there. I know
I
you'll
was just
amplify
gonna
your
say.
damage, but you just need to stay out of Scythe range and you live.
And remember they changed it, so only it reduces his armor. He was scared of the magic damage there.
Wait, really? I thought it amplified all damage. Is it really just
No,
armor?
they changed it. It's just armor now.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's... I
Yeah.
suck, apparently. I don't read patch notes.
Oh, Ricky, you're killing it, man. There's a lot of patch notes to read.
Under
Okay, here we go. Here's an X onto... I don't know. There we go. There's... Everyone's just casting their spells with. Oh, actually, that does count. This is just barely everyone. Nope. Never mind. Everyone's just missing their spells. Phoenix going for a spin. There's the egg on the high ground. Great play. Does make sense so Michigan cannot push into the high ground. They're super flat stage. Torrent is going to hit Phoenix and Lina. They're going to run away. They're going to... Troll throw his axes, and Tangy is probably going to scout with his body. There's Clogs for a but... Nothing ultimately happened. Everyone just wanted to go show off their buttons. I don't think they actually wanted to fight. A sloppy fight from both teams, but a safe one. Nobody lost an eye. It was just all fun and games.
Dire's bottom
I
tower
think
is under
after
attack.
the cooldowns are back up, we will see another attempt. Hopefully a more accurate attempt. But
Yeah.
keep the
Reveals... Oh, it doesn't have Shadow Blade. He's just going to straight walk up on him and kill him. Thought he had the Shadow Blade. He might have been in
Ori's-
his. I don't know. I don't think
Ori's
so.
performance on Axe was amazing. Ori's performance on Clockwork has yet to
A
sway
little
me.
bit to be desired.
Agreed. Spectre, how you doing? Oh, he's got... No, come on, I was clicking off the monkey. No, Spectre is really strong. He still has regen in his inventory. Didn't even get a chance to use
Makester,
it.
hunting top. He might be able to get tangy here. He's got the Yules. I think he has the damage, but Invoker is sitting behind him. Kind of. I think they're just baiting this.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, they might know
If he initiates with Yules, he's in trouble. So he needs to get the LSA while holding the Yules to get a kill here. All right, he holds it, so he's not gonna go for it.
Yeah. I almost feel like Tangy goes for the melee on that creep to try and bait, but he doesn't know who's in the jungle.
Yeah, and there was two close by too. So
But now we're gonna see Aexer bottom with a Shadow Blade. Shadow Blade Yules on Aexer. Oh my god, the kill potential. There's a
if
Weaver. Are
he
you gonna
gets his
catch?
Weaver, this is a great kill.
Has to get a perfect. Oh, he doesn't want to use the Yules because he doesn't want to risk it. Here we go. Shadow Blade is gonna end up.
Blade's expiring.
There's the Yules. They know they can't dodge it anymore. Hit F with the LSA. Hits the raindrop, but the Drag Save's gonna do damage. There's a Death Pulse. Waiting for Sakuchi to end. Everyone guesses wrong. Aexer finds him. There's the Luna.
Gets the Luna.
Very low life pool. Weaver's done. Axe tries to show up, but he can't
Axe
do
is in
anything. He
trouble
might be in
here,
trouble.
LSA just off the mark. They still have sight. They might be able to get him. Yep,
That's the
they will.
first dive. He's skilled out at level 1, waiting for that, but now we're going to see next combo onto Lina, into a boat, into a meatball. The Yules is going to keep her alive for now. Followed up by some. It might be enough. LSA on Kevin. Kevin gets haunted on. He wants to kill Lina, but he's surrounded by the entire Ohio State team, and he is beaten down. Ohio State is breathing life back into a game that I thought might have been over already.
Yeah, this was looking really rough, and Ohio State just I mean, that Yule's just not only kept Aexter alive, denying a kill, but it baited this Invoker into a false sense of security, and he just dies.
He wanted it. I love how Aexter played it. He didn't commit to running away. Invoker always thought, oh, maybe I'll kill that mid player. Maybe I'll get that mid player. No, now you're surrounded by everyone and you're done. And look at these work, man.
Liquid Matt, this is you are in the wrong neighborhood here, bud.
Liquid Matt, no, this was his downfall last game too. He's playing he's being a bit too aggressive by himself.
Yeah, there's too many missing, and he can't actually survive the damage of like a Kunkka +1 even at this point.
If you couldn't survive it on Pit Lord, you're not going to survive it on Necrophos.
Yeah.
And look at this, opens up the bottom tower for Troll to rip it apart.
There is
but we're going to see it
here though.
But look at the ults. There's no mana for Egg, no Haunt. Clockwork
Okay.
Scouting, Lina with haste and invis. Everyone scatters.
They might be able to find this Weaver though. If Aexter finds Weaver, this is huge.
She got hit.
You got hit, but
Ori went for the huge play. I gotta respect that.
yeah, definitely respect it. They went for it.
You gotta respect
Look
that
at Tangy
play.
placing a really deep ward up top lane like that. Not really that deep, but just an interesting ward placement.
He wants to keep an eye on what's going on.
And Aexter has his Shadowblade back up, gonna use it. They really want to find a kill here.
It feels good to be Aexter right now. Every time he presses Shadowblade, it's a high likely chance he's gonna get a kill.
Catch the Weaver, Laguna Blade.
There.
There it
There's
is.
going to be a Torrent combo, but it's on Ori, and not only is he not an important kill, he has a lot of life. They don't even attempt to follow it up. It doesn't even look like he got combo. Look how much life he has.
Yeah.
I'm liking the Clockwork, actually. It's starting to feel good. Now, Liquid Matt is doing exactly what Tangy was doing. Oh, there we go. He's farting away. Okay. So, a poor Phoenix with his ult has joined his team bottom. And a growing in net worth Necrophos. He has the Force Staff, has the Hood going for the pipe, so that's going to offer more team fight. Ohio State's team fight is looking pretty good, especially with great initiation from Clockwork and Lina with a Shadowblade.
Yeah. And I know we said they're gonna have to make a ton of space for this Spectre to get back into the game. He's still fourth
they need
from the
to make
bottom,
a ton of
right?
space squared after that laner phase.
It's gonna be so hard for him because Axe has his Vanguard. He's gonna have Blink soon, and these fights are then gonna be very difficult for Ohio State.
Ricky, I know how they make the space. Look at what Lina just picked up, or bottled, shall I say.
Double damage, and she's going for the Aghanims. I love it. This Aghanims is gonna be so valuable this game because Pro will be going for a BKB here very soon. That pure damage just going to shred right through him.
Yeah, it's Troll is a natural BKB carrier. He's gonna build it. Would you say every single game, at least 10?
I think in almost every game, Troll Warlord wants a BKB.
Yeah,
I don't think
and
there's ever an
he's
exception.
a hero that wants to go toe to toe because he doesn't lose a lot of 1v1s, man to man. You hit me, I hit you.
And think
Shot
about
for
this
shot.
game too. Like you have a Phoenix, you have to get to the egg. Spectre will eventually get a Radiance, causing mischance, and then you're sitting in a game with Lina and Necro, right? Like BKB is just so valuable in this game, and so Lina knows it. Gonna go Aghanim Scepter. Great play. I'm really excited to see this. Like he also can just one-shot a Weaver, so.
I agree. Good catch, Ricky. It's a great item pickup, and that's what you gotta expect from someone like Aexter. He's building for the game, and he's building for his team. Actually, look at what Lina actually queued up. She changed it. She pulled the wool right over our eyes.
BKB. You know, I have been debated.
I thought Troll was the BKB carrier.
I mean, she does want a BKB at some point this game, so I guess she's gonna opt to do that first, then probably the Aghanim Scepter. It's just a less greedy build, especially since Troll doesn't have his BKB yet. He's actually not that close to it. He's a little bit farther behind in Lina farm,
Lina found Troll, and she's invised. Now, does Troll know? He doesn't have Heartstopper Aura on him yet. There's the LSA, the Dragon Slave. Oh my god, in 77 seconds.
Good night. In comes Spectre
actually
on a
used
Honto.
Haunt. Interesting Haunt. I guess they use it for vision. Aexter wants to make something
got
happen. Oh,
plenty of
fantastic
bullets.
egg under the tower. Then we're going to see the Torrent combo. It's going to hit Spectre, but it's not going to do any damage. Fairy is stuck in egg. Egg. Preemptive TP break. Catching Kunkka. And setting him up for tower. Ori goes for a fancy hook. Doesn't hit it. I will respect it again, but Ori, I swear, you better not miss a third time on one of those fancy hooks.
So, Tangy hasn't left top lane here, by the way. He's just been sitting top lane farming for the last, like, 5 minutes.
I mean, I'll take it. Actually, he's a support and he has a Blink Dagger. I won't take it. I don't like that, Ricky. I think he should have been there.
Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Would he have done anything, though? Actually, Ohio kind of ran.
In that fight, no. Not in that fight. I think When that haunt came out, it's it's pretty
That would
pretty
have
much
broken his blink.
yeah, it's pretty much done. Like your egg is gonna go off behind your tower. If you TP in, you're just gonna get stunned. So I'm glad he didn't show up to that fight. But what I do mean is he's got a lot of money now, right? Like he's got blink, he's got Vanguard, he's going for that blade mail next. So
And you know what? I think that's why the haunt kind of felt silly. Is Spectre wanted to make sure there was no counter initiation from Axe, so he used it to break the blink dagger right before Troll went down. They actually, and then they would have seen not only where everyone was hiding under the tower, but that Axe wasn't there ready to fight, and that influenced Ohio State's decision to dive the tower, or at least I can assume.
little confused on GoDog's item builds here. He goes first item Maelstrom, and he's going immediately for an Aghanim Scepter. I think Ags is incredibly good this game, but he has to have a Lincoln's, and he needs more health.
Yeah, I love Ags if it was a support weaver, but
As a core weaver, this could be pretty rough. You're going to be lacking a lot of damage.
exactly. I mean, I
Woke up actually from Michigan.
yeah.
Trying to find the Rose in the Jungle.
They might
Oh,
find the
Aegster
weaver
in
on
this too.
Ixer. Here we go. He knows Sakuchi's about to. Oh, he just barely at haste.
Oh, he
Ixer
sees him
just
under the
barely
War
misses.
Sentry, so.
Oh, and he knows he's being followed. He's trying to play it cool. Well, in the
Akimoto
top
next.
lane, we might see some action there. Ooh, a great torrent. Pitches Akimoto. He's Sunrays. He eggs. He's just hitting every single button he can. There is a meatball landing on Ori, who is not there yet. Liquid Mat gets cogged in, comboed up by Invoker. They're going to Reaper Scythe from under tower. Kevin doesn't get killed with the Reaper Scythe, but he might. He's going to die to the Spirit Vessel. And now Michigan knows
They're gonna
it's
use
time
it?
to run. Ori, don't you dare think about missing. Actually, we're going to see Tangy turn around. There's an X, a combo. A torrent combo, and the troll is sneaking back in this. He finds Ori. He actually gets cogged up by Ori in this. He throws his axes, starts beating Ori down. Ori is taken out. The stun ends. The troll is going to farm up the creep wave, and with the swarm, they find
Ori
the
gives
mat.
his
They hit him.
life.
Tangy! Tangy tells Ori that is how you do a semi-blind initiation into a fight. Interrupt a TP, you kill him under his tower, and then you let the tower live. Bad manner.
Yeah, that's such a great exchange there for Michigan. They got a really good start on the egg. I mean, if you're Ohio State and the egg is how you initiate the team fight, you're gonna lose the fight, right? Anytime there's a troll warlord, it just gets
I don't think
blown
they
down.
try and. I agree. I don't think they try and follow them up.
Yeah, so
They
as soon as
also-
that egg goes down, I think you back.
Nothing to burn.
And Weaver used that haste to get there, whereas Lena was stuck bottom.
Yep.
Interestingly enough, though, Spectre decided not to haunt at any point. That could have actually, when Michigan reinitiated, if they had broken Axe's Blink Dagger, if haunt was up at that time, I think the fight would have not.
Well,
It
scout
would
the
have been a
road.
scratch, not an evisceration.
I don't think it matters. This is going down way too fast. Actually, Spectre haunts in. Is he gonna steal the egg? He gets it.
Right.
Wait, no, he doesn't. I thought he did. My
Just
bad.
a-
Nope. Troll gets the Aegis. Haunt down. That's pretty feels bad. And Spectre actually went for the Vanguard instead of trying to get the Radiance at this point, so he's still so far behind.
You know what's crazy to me, Ricky, is they didn't just try and kill the Spectre. They know he doesn't have anything. They saw the landing phase, right? They watched Spectre watch them free farm.
I think they were worried that there was like if a Spectre
maybe
haunts
a
in so
follow-up.
aggressively that you're expecting like, all right, the Lena, the Necro, and the Phoenix are here, right? But not in that scenario. So
Well, and now there's a double damage. We saw Aegster pick one up, and now we're going to see Godog pick one up on Weaver. That will help him farm. Still, though, he wants to go for the Aghanims. It's funky, right? This is not really a core Weaver.
Necrophos in a lot of trouble. Troll is sitting on his.
Bye-bye. There were a lot of axes thrown, and in the end, Necrophos falls.
Inkster finds the Weaver, Laguna,
There's
and
the
he's dead. So that's the return kill. This is what I was saying. This Weaver is way too fragile. He picked up a point booster, right? So he's a little bit tankier, but with Ags, I think the Lena can still just combo you.
Well, we've been seeing though that Lena doesn't want to initiate with the Yules because she's worried that because it's so easy for Weaver to Sakuchi at max movement speed and dodge the light strike array. She always wants to initiate with the light strike array when she can. And I think the Lincoln's is a great pickup because it.
Oh my god!
Actually, oh my god! Is
Sitting
he
on
gonna kill it?
Phoenix. Doesn't get a bash though.
But if it adds a lot more room for error for Aegster so that he cannot reliably kill the Weaver. It's. I don't know. It's a great pickup on Weaver. We'll see. He's got to make some plays with the Aghanims. He's got to win us over with the item if he wants to commit to such a funky pickup for a core.
And
You can't just get
himself
a
to place
Weaver.
ward.
Or you can't just be a Weaver with an Aghanims and transition yourself to support.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're 100% right.
It's kind of silly, but And Control is building semi as a ganker with the Shadow Blade, so they're going to want Weaver to be able to pull his weight in team fights. Now, speaking of pulling their weight, Kevin the First has been doing a good job with the spells.
There's same combo seen over and over. Aexter just sitting around, playing very patiently, waiting for someone to show in lane. Opens with that LSA, gets the Laguna combo, and I mean, his net worth is skyrocketing, right? Like that's like the 4th time he's done this in a row. He's gonna have that Aghanim here really soon.
His positioning on the map is great. He knows where Michigan wants to be before Michigan knows. And he's been doing this all game. He goes top, he goes bottom, he goes top, he goes bottom. Pretty much every time he casts Shadow Blade, he knows he's the most dangerous. He's the apex predator. If he finds someone.
Immediately gets a tower, and now they see the Michigan showing top. So they know that they can't. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ohio can defend this. They have Haunt up soon, I believe. Yep, that was literally 1 second off, and they have Egg up. So
and Laguna in 3, yeah.
This is super defensible. Your Spectre can just continue farming safely, and
they're gonna hold. They're gonna hold off on defending the T2.
Try.
You need to consider going for the deny, but yeah, doesn't want to go for it.
Michigan smoked up. I guess it is kind of hard to fight into the Aegis Troll, but
and you don't want to lose a fight there when it's gonna open up your bear instead of Troll.
Yeah, that's true. If you lose that fight, suddenly your base is gone.
And there's an Aegis. Yeah, I think that is you make the safe call.
How close is this Weaver to Axe?
He's going for a Scotty. Oh no, I was looking at the Troll. Troll's going for a Scotty.
Yeah, I actually really like that. Troll needs to tank up, right? He knows this Lina can burst him.
It's gonna help him deal with Spectre running away, because Spectre will haunt through some walls with Spectral Dagger, so it'll give Troll a couple extra auto attacks, which might make a big deal. Also, I'm keep track of a very speedy Lina.
So Weaver Ags completed, Invoker Ags also completed.
Oh, here we go. We see Tangy getting a great call on Aexter to kill him with the Sunstrike. Troll BKBs, and he wants to start cutting people up. An egg goes in. Oh, you're just feeding the Troll. In a second, he deals with it. Tangy gets Reaper Scythe on the side. The bow combo, it's at the end of the fight, but it doesn't matter. It's going to catch Liquid Mat. He heals up, and Aexter buys back. Aexter does his best to eliminate Tangy, who actually gets taken out by Liquid Mat. Everyone's buying back. Everybody wants to be a part of this fight. They know the Troll BKB is down. They didn't get to cast their spells in the way that they wanted. And now we're going to see Fairy get taken out, and now Troll is not in a good position. He's going to die, but he has Aegis. He's going to come right back. Aexter can hit this LSA, though. He's been doing it all game. Here it is. Perfect timing. No, a little bit early. And Axe is back. Tangy's back in the fight. He gets a call, and now Kevin is here with the gear. He's going to hit him with the meatball. He goes up into the air, gets set up for a light strike array. Aexter missed once. He's not going to miss again. Takes out Kevin the
Aexter
First.
can keep going, I think. He's still got move. Yeah, they can. They
Yeah,
can
he's
keep
ready to
fighting.
go. Shadow Blade. And now Tangy is going to wait for the call. He might catch Aexter invisible. He just barely misses it.
Oh my god, he finds the Weaver on the side. Weaver actually comes into
play.
time-lapse Axe, and it's going to cost both of them their life.
Oh, God. That's Ohio State.
You know, that was an insane fight. I think we saw 4 buybacks. Let's take a look. 3 buybacks. So the Axe, Phoenix, and the Lina all buy back. But so much gold and experience go the way of Ohio State there.
Oh, my God.
I will say,
12,000 experience.
Yeah, one thing to note, this Lina died before doing any damage in the first
That
fight,
was how the
right?
fight started.
Comes back and tops the damage in that entire fight, in both instances. So he's such a key player in these fights. If he doesn't die, I think Michigan are going to be in a pretty bad spot. Axe Tangy just found such a great call, gets 2, he immediately blows up, and unfortunately the egg just not placed exceptionally well, and it's
right beside Troy. Yeah,
right beside a BKB troll, you know? Yeah. he just turns his attention and kills it in a second.
Troll was smiling when he saw that play.
Yeah. This is a game where you have to play a little bit more defensive with your eggs, and you kind of like dangle it on it's like dangling a carrot on a string, right? You put it just far enough away to where the enemy team has to consider, like, do I want that carrot? Am I hungry enough?
Yeah.
And they usually are.
Where the supports are like, we need to run, and the core's like, we need to go, and then everyone's like, oh, it's chaos, are we running?
Yeah.
What's going
on? But you put it in the middle of the fight, that's an easy decision. Easy decision for them to make.
Very, yeah. I you know, Ricky, I agree with you on a lot of things. This is one of them.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Necrophos actually picked up a Aghanim Scepter of his own. I think this is a great idea. He needs the cooldown on his ult at this point. Like, if they want to keep taking fights, it's going to be essential to defending high ground and making space for the Spectre. So I'm all about it. I think it's a great item. Normally not an item you want to rush this early, but in a situation like this, I think it's probably one of the better ones you can go with.
And it's gonna complement the Aghanim's picked up on Lina. They're gonna coordinate both their ults. They're gonna eliminate someone. And like you pointed out, the low cooldown on Reaper's Sight, the low cooldown on Laguna Blade, Eichster and Liquid Matter are always in a position where they can fight, where they can create space for Spectre. No matter how many times Michigan wants to come knocking on their front door and try and end the game before Spectre becomes the unstoppable raid boss he is, they're gonna have Laguna, they're gonna have Reaper's Sight, and they're gonna be ready to defend.
Evan actually working on his way to an Octarine. I mean, he's staying right up there in farm as well. I mean, as far as this game goes, I know we were talking about Michigan's draft seems to be exceptional still in the late game, right? So
5-4.
yeah, if Ohio State are able to get the Spectre online here soon, they may be able to see that pay off. But I don't know how you feel about taking this super late. Super late seems pretty rough.
I love Michigan super late still. I think Spectre is like the single scariest late game, but I don't think Spectre stacks up to 5 heroes that are all gonna scale.
Spectre in a lot of trouble. Did they just see the Troll Warlord? He did. He's gotta run.
Uh-oh, but look at that. Oh, Tangy with another great call. The hunt is too late, and then they're gonna hit him with the swarm. Oh, actually, he's gonna hunt around. He's just spamming the button. He's getting crazy, but he's not crazy enough. Oh, great pause on the Laguna.
Game crashed. Spectre just crashed DotA2. Thank you. Eichster has got to be really sad here.
Dude, they crashed his game and then they Laguna Blade him.
Yeah. Well, I like, how close are these Blink Daggers coming up? They're fine. Okay, Eichster's for sure finding his kill. You've got Reaper Scythe coming out on Necro. This Invoker is 100% dead. Your spam crashed
yeah, like,
his
good
game.
to know he's gonna do it every single time.
Spectre, I think, misplayed that, right? I had Dire Vision actually up, and he saw Troll Warlord running straight at him. While the Michigan squad is smoked up behind him. I think he just needed to back out of there immediately. But uncoming the pause, we'll see what happens. Reaper Scythe,
all right, we're getting
does he use it? Does.
Right. See Kevin actually just barely get taken with that.
Great
not again,
BKB,
though. But look at where Troll is. Bye-bye. There's a BKB by Troll, BKB by Eichster. They're both going to wear off soon, and Troll will become vulnerable to magic. An X is going to catch Liquid Map, but I think that we are not going to see a reinitiation, and Michigan will back out with Kevin being, unfortunately, crashed and burned by Lina.
Yeah, Lina almost level 25 here. I'm not sure which ability she's going to take, the Dragon Slave cooldown or the attack range. I think both are really good. I think most often you see the attack range, right? But it goes to Dragon Slave cooldown. So 2-second cooldown on the nuke. I like, so good.
It is, and with like you're hitting multiple heroes with it, right? With how Michigan plays, they are kind of Deathball-esque. They play around each other, and especially with an egg, which is going to be grouping Michigan up, he's going to be getting a ton of value out of the Dragon Slave cooldown because he's going to be hitting so many people with every Dragon Slave. It also means he's going to be getting Fiery Soul stacks more often.
Yeah.
Not a big problem for Lina's. Usually they always have it up, but I mean it does help. Yeah,
Liquid Matt actually opting for a halberd, it looks like, right? Got Sanj, has the evasion thing in his backpack, so I'm gonna try and halberd up this Troll Warlord, maybe protect himself when his teammates a little bit longer.
If he's getting focused, that's great, because that means Ghost Shroud is going to buy him, what is it, 5 seconds? 4 seconds?
And then the halberd as well.
Yeah, 4.5 seconds followed by a halberd, which is going to buy him a couple more. Was it 5 seconds on halberd, I believe, depending on if the hero is ranged or not. 3 seconds for melee, 5 seconds for ranged.
Pretty good.
So,
Eichster
yeah.
in a lot of trouble here. There's your nullifier reveal, and you are just dead.
That is a great hero to reveal a nullifier on, if I do say so myself.
Sogard is just... He's going ham this game. I think the nullifier is such a great pickup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lina is not a hero that can go toe-to-toe. Troll is a hero. Lina relies on her items to set up her spells. We saw how big of a deal Eul's was. How big, or is this game? How big of a deal Shadowblade has.
And goodbye, Roshan. You are going to go down real fast. Actually spotted immediately by the rocket player, but Troll Warlord.
What's they going to do?
Yeah, I mean, this thing's gone.
She souls it. God, he's good. Tornado. Just to be safe.
Deck too.
I like that play from Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, Lina's dead. You just go get Roche.
Oh, I see Kevin tornadoing right as Roche die. I always love when people do that. Just make sure, just in case someone's trying something cheeky, throw your crowd control spell out on top of the Aegis as Roshan goes down.
I see what you're saying. Yep. Oh,
And here
she's
we go,
on
big
Invoker,
creep wave.
Aegis on Troll, and they're just gonna go high ground.
Beam is a big part of their deep push. Actually, Tank is going to push right in with the Cataclysm. Kept the first hitting many Sunstrikes at once. Now they have to fortify and they buy back 4 Necrophos.
There's a combo that we've seen a handful of times is Axe Taunt into Cataclysm. It's just a guaranteed double Sunstrike hit on that target. And there's not many heroes that can survive that.
With Aegis, Troll's just going to stand there. God, Alacrity Troll. This is insane. Maximum attack speed, engage. Chop, chop, chop. 1 tower down. He's going to throw
350
chunk,
damage.
chunk,
on
chunk,
that.
chunk, chunk, chunk. Look at, dude. He's killing a barracks faster than Spectre's killing a creep.
Yeah.
Oh, and then look how cocky he's playing. He's playing up the hill. He's trying to. Oh, he's trying to get vision for Tank.
Trying to get a fake back,
Same
yeah.
axe call.
Get him.
Well, slow down. Now they still have Aegis. They have all of the spells up Michigan. And they know that buybacks are down for Necrophos, but instead Michigan will back up and go for the Shrine because the big scary Iker playing Lina is back, who offers more than just the ability to kill. He offers lane push to slow down the siege by Michigan.
Yeah. This is looking pretty rough for Ohio State at this point. 13,000 behind. Your Spectre still not even close for Radiance. She actually opted to buy a Yasha, I believe. Like, was sitting on about 4,000 gold, got the Yasha instead. Like, I think at this point you don't get Radiance.
Yasha helps you farm. The thing about that is you don't get a lot of farm at 39 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Yeah, especially this far behind. A lot of your map is just gone. I don't think you can go Radiance at this point. I think you just get a Manta.
I don't...
That's exactly what he's doing. He's going for the Manta.
Great call, Ricky. Ooh, Aeon Disc on Kevin. He doesn't want to get crashed to Laguna Blade again.
Yeah, that's so important. All he has to do is survive in fights and basically allow Troll to just dump out so much damage.
Yep, and it lets him get a combo off. It lets him just hit all his spells. I love it. He can control. No, I think Aeon Disc is great. And especially with Ohio State, they need to burst someone down. They need to start a fight with a kill. And Aeon Disc makes it so they only have 4 targets instead of 5. And then they also have Aghanims on Weaver. Now this is where the Aghanims makes a lot more sense. We were kind of bashing it a little bit earlier, but we know that Ohio State needs to start a fight with a lot of damage, and they have Aeon Disc to protect Invoker and Weaver Axe to protect everyone else.
Yeah, and they've got everything they need really to try and keep this Troll Warlord alive.
Yeah, it feels like, once again, it kind of feels like it's the Aker show, and this time Michigan is itemizing to deal with that. They're making sure that Aker can't do what he wants to do. He can't have the Lina game.
Yeah, Phoenix also went Meteor Hammer for some reason.
Did Icarus dive in and cast it? I know it's the meme, but I don't know if this is the game for it.
I don't think Meteor Hammer is just ever good on that hero. Like,
I think it's a cool interaction, but I think it's a cool interaction when you're playing unranked pubs with your friends, not when you're trying to defend your base desperately.
yeah, I don't know how you defend with a Meteor Hammer against heroes that have BKBs at this point.
Well, if he knows the timing, he could Icarus dive in, and Meteor Hammer does kill the entire creep wave.
Yeah.
So that does buy them creep push. He has to play it perfectly, though. He has to have this rehearsed. He's not going to get it on his first try. You need to know timings for this. You can't just guess, because Meteor Hammer still has his cast time delay. So he always needs to know where the creep wave is.
Fire Spirit's coming out. Troll doesn't even really care too much about him, though.
Actually,
This Lina D-push with Dragon Sling is insane.
Okay, here we go. Phoenix gets tornadoed. Kevin the first with reflexes
Phoenix
like a
actually
cat.
backs.
Tangy gets an insane call, hitting the Spectre. We're going to see Light Strike Array follow up, stunning up Clockwork. He's going to dodge. Cataclysm comes out. Lina is doing everything he can to defend. Another aggressive Phoenix egg right beside Troll. But they get Troll on the Aegis. The egg's going to pop and Troll won't get stunned. He's going to be in the middle of Ohio State's team. Aeon just procs on Kevin the first, and Phoenix dives right on in. Troll has a BKB in the back line. He wants to fight the Spectre, but he realizes he can't do it. He's surrounded by Ohio State. And as he runs away, he gets the Laguna Blade in the back. Weaver tried to save him, but instead Weaver gets chopped. Next up, we are going to see Tangy, we are going to see Fairy, and we are going to see Kevin the first run away into the
They
jungle.
can get him.
They're not safe yet, though.
He's got the Yules and a tornado. Can they get him?
There's an ice wall. Maybe something cheeky is going to happen here.
Ice Wall. Good ability.
What a spell. I mean, it's just like a wall.
Well, I mean,
Just like
they...
Ohio State's defense.
They bought back the Phoenix. That was the only one that ended up having to be used. But I honestly, watching this Lina pump out a Dragon Slave every 2 seconds is insane. Like, Troll's health bar just constantly getting chunked.
And because Troll's a natural BKB builder, he's down to a 6-second BKB already because
Yeah.
he's been using it all game.
He has to just BKB to avoid the Dragon Slave damage and just try and take a Rax. Like, that's pretty good. Pretty
I
good
like
spell.
And it means Lina always has her Fiery Soul stacks up, and it means she can immediately in these positions where she has to go all in, right? Like you lose that fight and you lose the game. They're knocking at your door. Lina can turn her entire mana pool into damage. She's not gonna die with like 1,000 mana left and be just because she wasn't able to spend it. He's pushed Acre has been consistently pushing this hero to its limits this game, doing a great job.
Yeah. Oh man, this let's see where Spectre is. Where are we? He's got Manta. He's selling about 1,400 gold. I think at this
Tangy's
point,
above Spectre on net worth.
yeah. I mean, Tangy's been above Spectre on net worth the whole game. I think if you're
Tangy's
Spectre,
quite right.
what do you build at this point? You need to fight. I still don't think you go Radiance.
I was just gonna say maybe you do go Radiance because it's only gonna be a team fight left.
It's just so.
But he
It's
needs to
gonna take him
back.
so long to farm it.
We're gonna see a Torrent into a Sunstrike and a boat. Troll's gonna follow it up, and
I mean, that's a blink reveal too. Troll bought a blink dagger, blinks in, nullifies that Necro, and he's just dead. And I mean, that's a huge part of their high ground defense is this Necro Aghanim Scepter.
I was just gonna ask, what do you think of Troll's itemization, buying a 2,000 gold item that offers no stats in 43 minutes, while he just turned it into a kill on Necrophos who doesn't have buyback,
That's a
opening
great
up
item. He just needs to get on top
potentially
of the forest in the background, and he did it.
And look, they can't defend. They need the Necrophos. Well, the barracks is going down. Trolls applying pressure, making sure Ohio State has to react to it with alacrity. Yep, Troll's going to go for the second Rax. Oh my god, he's killing it so quickly. But as the creeps go down, Ohio State will be able to, or rather, Michigan will go back up as the creeps go down, and night
Amy in a
falls.
great position. He might get a call here.
Oh no, Spectre has been X, Spectre has been torn, Spectre has been voted, Spectre's been EMP'd, getting Sunraid, Spectre is now getting Cataclysm, everyone on Ohio State is backing up while Michigan storms their base.
Troll
Michigan,
went for Aikster there, but he actually managed to get the Shadow Blade off before the Nullifier connected on the back end. So
Reflexes.
that could have been really bad for Ohio
hit,
State
can't
if he
see.
got him.
And now, look at that, the Troll has forced to back up because the creeps are gone, but
I
in
think we'll
the
find a kill
meantime,
here. This would be pretty huge.
it's a tornado, actually hits Acre. Aikster.
Oh, it looks like they retreat. No losses. Oh, another range rack's down. I mean, we just hit 45 minutes. It's just going to keep going on longer, but it looks like Michigan's slowly crippling Ohio State here.
Yep.
Gosh, what do you even go on Spectre? I like, it's so hard to
It
like,
might just be too
he
late.
has to save buyback, right? You have to save buyback on this hero, meaning it's like impossible to get a Radiance now.
And like the only high impact, low cost item
It's like a
position they just-
defusal.
Well, or like a blade mail, which he already has. So
Yeah.
it's like what? He's in a position where there's not really anything he can buy.
They actually find Ixter on a sentry, he's taunted. He might go down here.
Oh, he immediately buys back, and we're gonna see the fight continue on. Now on the backside, we're gonna see Spectre caught out using blade mail. He's reflecting a lot of damage, but he's taking even more. A Phoenix Egg on the side is gonna go off, stunning Troll.
It stuns Troll.
It actually does
He
catch
has, he has the scepter. He's going down.
And then we see X Torrent combo hits onto
Oh my god,
Necrophos. Meteor Hammer, actually.
Meteor Hammer.
Is he gonna die? No, he's
Oh,
not gonna die.
actually,
Oh, Troll is
right back in the fight.
But chasing down Phoenix, 1, 2, 3, finishes him off. Now in a difficult position, Necrophos runs away. The Swarm is chasing. Oh, and Axe, you're caught, my friend. Followed up by Torrent. Doesn't hit it because he wants to hit the Torrent. And Clockwork actually comes in. I don't think Clockwork's going to be able to do anything. Necrophos is in a terrible spot. Necrophos gets taken out. Has buyback. Unlikely to use it though with the state this fight is in.
The Lina here. They see the
Nope,
Lina. Are
there
they
it
going
is.
to get him?
Oh my god, if they get
Yeah,
lead, the
possibly
game could be over.
BKB.
Very low health. BKB is down. Troll is following. He's going to wait for the high ground LSA. No, the BKB! He knows it's coming. He dodges it. Guess is wrong, but luckily we have a switching lever to go the right way. Aikster doesn't want to show. He knows if he dies here, this is the game. He's gonna
Yeah,
go off and
he
jump on
cannot
TP.
die. He's just gonna beat base. Yep. Oh boy. All right, let's take a look at buyback status here. This is crazy. So Troll bought back in that fight. Lina bought back in that fight. Necrophos bought back right after he died here on the side. But now they're going into Roshan. So this is Aegis Cheese and Refresher going to the Troll Warlord. And this makes it look near impossible, right? You now have the life advantage. You don't have buybacks on 2 of the cores of Ohio State. It's hard, man. I mean, you still have this Laguna, or you still have this Lina Dragon Slave to clear waves very quickly, and Vector didn't die in that fight, got a decent amount of money. Looks like he's going for a Basher. So, okay, I like this. He's just going to finish the Abyssal Blade. I think that's totally fine.
I mean, yeah, I like it too.
Give him 5-second BKB on Troll now. You can just go to him if he BKs Bs, just Abyssal him, and that duration's pretty much gone after that. So
yeah, we saw as the Ace are doing so much magic damage, and the Troll's BKB is so short that yeah, if you can just deal with Troll in the BKB, that's the only time he's super scary, and the only time he's kind of invincible. Ohio State is doing what they need to do to stay in this game, but they don't have very much more room for error. They're drawing it out, but they're not yet turning it around. This is potentially the last team fight we're about to see, Ricky.
Phoenix buyback coming up in 50 seconds.
High ground ward. Axe goes in, manages to catch Acre. There's the Cataclysm. No buyback. Oh my god, it might be over just as quick as it started. Phoenix egg. This time on the back line, still not out of range of Troll. Okay, and we're going to see a buyback on Spectre, but he doesn't have his haunt, and now Tangy's in trouble, but we're going to see his force come in and protect him. Tangy's protecting the game.
Dead. First life down. Necro has his ult soon. I don't know if they can kill this troll. Oh, great taunt.
Oh, an axe. Look at the Cataclysm. Oh, that is an insane amount of damage. Now, Spectre's trying to fight, but he doesn't have any spells. He's just a dagger thrower. He still can't go toe-to-toe. And Ori is getting caught out. They want to get the barracks. This will be their second fully cleared lane.
This game is crazy, dude. This game is crazy. Liquid Matt, he's got Scepter. He's got his scythe in 3 seconds, dude. They might be able to find a kill. If they kill this troll, it's massive. If they get a Reaper Scythe kill on this troll, he'll be down for almost 3 minutes.
Tangy goes with the blade mill. He catches Nullifier. Oh my god, at the stun. No, troll hurt you and he killed him. Now Spectre's up. Spectre's stuck though. Look, Kevin the First is
he dies to a tower shot on the troll. Oh my goodness.
Are they just gonna back? Are they just gonna play it safe?
They lived. They didn't get Megan.
Well, they're still in it, and it's because Troll was taken. Oh no, look, they might want to do something. They're
gonna go for
this. They want to end this game. They
know that both these heroes don't have buyback, so they're dead. They want to get as much tower damage as you can, but Spectre, I think, is actually too tanky for them to deal with without Troll being alive. You've already used the refresher or the refresher shard on Invoker for that double Cataclysm, which set up the kills on the Lina. Tangy finding that blink taunt onto Necrophos is so important. Having Reaper Scythe threat it just in the base there makes it near impossible for them to push the high ground. So that was good.
Yeah, they. Man, I was certain it was over, but they did just enough damage to finish that troll off, and Michigan knows you gotta play it safe. Ohio State has been delaying and just pulling these team fight, not necessarily wins, but minimizing their losses every single time, and Michigan learned. Ohio State is able to turn inches into miles, and just if your troll's down, just suck it up, back up, regroup, and do it again. Don't risk it all right there. Don't let Ohio State have an opening. They have a Spectre and they have Axer, who is playing out of his mind, keeping his team in this game.
So I just looked at Axer. He has a Lincoln Sphere, and I was thinking to myself, I would rather that be an Aeon disc, right? And in his backpack, or in his Q buy, he has opted for an Aeon disc. I mean, at this point, he needs to have it, right? This blink taunt into Cataclysm is just way too much damage for him to deal with.
Yeah, that's such an easy combo to pull off too. And I mean, well, it's not easy for normal humans, but Tangy makes it look easy. He's been doing it all game. And if they catch Axter, I think we will likely see the end of the game with that combo once again. Now, are we going to see So with the Aether Lens on Kunkka, he's doing it. He puts the high ground ward, and let's do. Oh my God, I see Lena stand beside another hero, and my heart just skipped a beat. I was so scared. Tangy was looking for that.
He's looking for it. Well, Spectre picks up his 6% dispersion talent, which is actually very, very, very strong in the late game, right?
Oh yeah.
Really, really good.
2,900 health.
I mean, Troll Warlord, the reason he died in that last fight, right? He tunnel visioned the Spectre Blade Mailed. He took almost half of his health in damage from just a few auto attacks, and then died to a couple tower shots. So Spectre, very tanky.
And now, yeah, that's a huge upgrade, right? Like we saw what Lena did with her level 25. Now it's Spectre's turn. If you're going to defend a base, it is with 6%.
Warlord does have the Silver Edge if he can break the Spectre, but it's going to be very difficult. I don't expect him to be able to like, blink in Silver Edge proc it.
Alright, here's the play, Ricky. Silver Edge on Spectre. Spectre counters by Haunting, mashing Reality, crashing Kevin's computer, and then turning back around on Troll when break ends.
Wow.
What a play. Think about it.
I think you're right, yeah. I think that's the best way to do it.
Oh, look at Tangy, dude. Tangy knows he's going to get a call. Look how aggressive he's playing. Oh, he's getting hit by the aura.
Yeah, I was like, Liquid Matt's actually standing right in a good spot.
Does he go? Dude, go for it. Believe in yourself.
They see Axe, right? They gotta see him.
They know he's there.
They have a great high ground ward here to scout it, so.
Oh, they find him again. They know where he is. They know where he is.
Hangy trying to get creative here, but
I like it. I mean, he's been hitting
the fact that they don't have a sentry down here on the side.
Oh, there we go. Troll goes right in with the axe. Dodges the LSA. That's so good, and they can just keep doing that.
Tower damage.
What is the cooldown on that? 28 seconds if they want battle trance, and then if they don't want battle trance, they can do that every time they have a free play.
I mean, he can just keep doing it. No reason not to.
Well, here we go.
We're gonna go for it right now, it looks like.
Here we go. Alacrity, links on in. Ooh, great duels. That's gonna purge him too. BKB. Tangy actually misses this call. First miss all game. We're gonna see a haunt. They're gonna try and turn it around. Troll doesn't have a BKB. There's an egg right on top of their team. Kevin's first is gonna throw out the Sonic Wave. He's trying to disable everyone, but it's not enough. Because or it is enough rather. The egg gets
Oh my god, the Weaver Axe.
And look at the Kunkka has a BKB. 54 minutes in, he's ready to fight. Tangy is chasing everyone down. Ixter has to back up with his BKB on, using Shadow Blade as well. Hitting absolutely everything despite what he's doing is killing position 4. Actually, he's killing the whole team. Ixter is fire in his eyes and revenge in his heart. He's going mid, he's going to kill the creeps, then he's going to go back top and defend his tower. Speaking of towers, that tower's one hit left. Nope, one axe left, and that axe has been tossed. Troll takes it, they back up. 2 barracks are what remain between Michigan and Mega Creeps. Spectre playing a little bit aggressive here. Michigan once again reset. They're going to play the smart and disciplined. Every time they take a building, they back up. They take a building, they back up. There's only 2 buildings left, Ricky. Well, 3 if you count the ancient.
Yeah, the big one, right? The big floating building in the background.
Yeah, what's this game called again? Defense of the barracks?
Yeah, just defense of the shrine.
Yeah.
This is crazy, man. The Ohio State's stalling it very well. The Weaver Ags finally came into the time lapse there was super valuable. It actually kept this Troll Warlord from getting Reaper Scythe in the middle of the fight there. You know, I don't believe he probably has buyback now. No, he actually doesn't. He's still on buy. What? Did he buy back just a few minutes ago? When did that happen? Did he die in that fight anyway? I guess he did. He's on buyback for 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I must have missed that somehow. So I guess he died.
There was a lot
back
going
immediately.
on.
But now, I mean, if he dies and gets Reaper Scythe, this hero's off the map for 3 minutes. So, well, Acer's actually so careful, so guarded. Yeah. He sees him. He's going for this kill.
Oh my gosh. The null player gets popped by the
it.
Lincolns. God, you know his heart's beating right now. He was just about the hero. Oh, but now Acer's coming back in to hit the LCA. There's a haunt to follow it up. The Yules. Oh, the BKB. What an abyssal. This is what you're talking about, Ricky. But now we're going to see a BKB been hanging a little bit too late. Just kidding. There's the Cataclysm. They're doing an insane amount of damage. This is a support right now. Going toe to toe with 3 heroes. The egg does nothing on the back line, and they're going to chase him down. Uh-oh, right into Kevin, the first trap, or another insane torrent hit. Acer follows through the EMP, so she has to be.
He's got a great Yules.
And there's the first.
It's not going to try on this.
There's the A on this. Look at this itemization. This is perfect. Spectre gets hit by the boat. His team needs to back up. Tangy misses the call. Uncharacteristic, but exactly what Ohio State need.
Weaver top lane though. Look at this. He's going to get a range Rax.
This is what's important. This is what's important.
Acer actually trying to come in.
No one can TP. Bottom lane. Kevin the First is standing on them. Tangy hits the call. The fight goes on. What's going on with the Rax? The Rax are defended. We're going back to the fight. Now, Spectre. Oh my god, Spectre messed up his TP. He's stuck down here. Tangy knows it. Tangy is laughing as he chases him. He's an axe murderer. They found him. Here's another torrent. The supports are beating up a Spectre at 57 minutes into the game. They're gonna kill him. He has no mana. He has no health. He has no hope. Here comes the boat. He gets pulled in. He just got the support beat down. That's a Spectre. Is
Down
this
for
a
2
joke?
minutes. He has buyback, but dead
The
for
supports
2
killed him. In the late game, Ricky.
Weaver, gotta be careful. This, he's getting scouted by this clockwork. If he hits the hook,
Oh god, the meteor hammer? What's
I
meteor?
don't understand this meteor hammer, man. This item is so triggering. He could have a Shivas or something at this point.
Uh-oh, there's an X marks onto Liquid Matt. He gets pulled back in. He gets hit by the torrent. Is there follow-up? Nope. There he is, just showing him, hey man, this is what I can do. Watch out for me.
Making a Chad play there for sure.
I'm the core now.
Yeah.
Well, everyone is kind of dead right now, so
Yeah.
we're gonna reset once again.
I like
And again,
Phoenix
Ricky.
picking up a Yules. I think that's almost required this game. It's extremely important, but
Uh-oh, Roshan's up.
Roshan,
Yeah, the
another
Yules
Aegis
have been-
refresher, and
You also have been key in both games.
yeah.
Now,
This could be 3 refreshers for the, or like 3 sets of spells. A double refresher on the
not
Invoker at this
Exer,
point.
look at Exer, look at Exer, here he comes.
Coming
Just
in.
double damage.
Ward
Oh my
and
god,
Sentry,
he
though.
got
Let's see him.
he got nullified. He's gonna get, yes.
He used to be
yes,
baby.
he-
Yep, there
he
it
has
is.
to run though, they can't catch him. Dodge the LSA, no, he doesn't manage to do it. Great call by Exer, predict him. Tangy though, he wants to blink. He gets it before he gets, oh my god, the BKB into the Cataclysm. There's, they're gonna beat down this core. They beat down another one last fight. Exer makes the way, Battle Hunger. It might be enough now. Troll's gonna get initiated on, but followed up by Kevin the First. Troll gets Reaper Sight. Tangy once again calling everybody. Now, Lena
This is a great egg.
boxing in. The egg is finally gonna do what it needs to do. It finishes off the Kunkka. Spectre is here. He wants to take out Axe. Axe pushes up the hill, but he may take out. No, he's gonna TP home. Now, Kevin the First
Exer
goes for
finds
the
him.
tornado. Oh my god, Exer's insane. Tangy is taken out.
Top lane though, they lost the range racks, but I mean this is a dieback troll. He's dead. He was dead for 145 seconds, right? So this might actually be their first time to take Roche on the side of Ohio State, and I think if they do, this could be a huge turn of events.
Oh, actually, we're gonna see Kevin from it. Oh my god, there's a T1 standing.
That is 59 minutes in this tier 1 towers.
Turn of events though. We are seeing Ohio State on Michigan's side of the
This
river.
Weaver,
Barracks are under
objective gaming.
Oh,
this is
no.
Megas if they get it. There's a hook shot. He's gonna just time lapse himself. Yep, he'll be fine. See,
Ohio
this
State's
is
hard
so
to-
unfortunate. They can't leave their base unprotected, and now it's just buying time for this troller to come back up and. I mean,
Great stalling play by
yeah,
GoDog.
they forced all 5 heroes back to defend this one melee racks, and now they've got map advantage again on the side of Michigan. I don't think you can do this. I think you had to all in down mid lane with the Spectre and the Lina and try to get the throne. I don't think you can stall.
Ohio, what a roller coaster. They were taking a tower, man. They're pulling it back in the game, and then they forget, oh wait, a Weaver just sneaks right in, and Ohio State has to cancel all plans of clawing their way back into this game to go and defend their base and be right back in the position they were a minute ago.
Yeah, that's rough, man.
And Troll is almost back, as you said. Weaver did a fantastic job buying time for him. How's his buyback status looking?
He'll just be down for like 3 more minutes, right? Let's see.
Let's see, 1 minute. Oh my
1
god,
minute,
maybe
35
by next fight. And Roshan's up. They probably just go for Roshan. They know Ohio State has to make a play at Roshan, or they have to do something insane. They have to kill the Weaver in the base defense. Those are the 2 options if they want to stay in this game. And the thing is, if they go for Roshan, what if Weaver doesn't show up? Weaver just split pushes. They can't contest Roshan.
Yeah, if Ohio State contests Roshan, they lose melee racks and they get mega. There's no way for Ohio State to like really safely
have to get-
defend
they need a
the
5-minute fight.
Roshan or their base. They're gonna lose one or the other, right?
And you'd rather lose the Roshan, as terrible as it is.
I think you actually rather lose the barracks. I think if you take the Roche fight and you win, and you get this Aegis Cheese refresher, I think you can end the game. I think Ohio State has the ability to do that. You just say, screw it, we're mega, let's just go.
4 buybacks, though, still on Michigan.
Yeah.
So they'd have to kill them twice. They would have the Aegis Cheese Refresher.
And goes Troll. The roast pit. They see it.
Okay.
They got it ready.
They want to make it? Alright, they're going with your play, Ricky. Let's see if they can pull it off.
Oh, Weaver's there. He's not ratting. But
Oh,
this
Tangy
roast
gets the
so
call on
fast.
Acer to the Cataclysm. You see, Acer's down. Acer's dead. 2 minutes. That's how they started the fight. Oh, there's an egg. Are we going to see a... Yeah, we're just going to axe the egg. Spectre haunts in, but what's he going to do? Maybe he can crash your computer, because I don't think he's going to get a kill. Necrophos has fallen. Necrophos buys back. He has risen. Roshan showed up to this fight. He wants to be part of the action. Clockwork is getting caught out on the side. He's in the middle of the trap. Gets taken out. He's already CC'd, and they hit him with the X. He has no control over this fight. Now he's bought back again. Spectre is very tanky, but all that means is it takes longer for Michigan to chase him down and finish him. Now Spectre meets up with Necrophos. Yes, he's going for side defensively. It's a great bash though on Tangy. Tangy pops a blade mail, and no trouble. Kevin, a second round of the AoE deafening blast. That's how long this fight's been going on for. Tangy is bad mannering. They're just farming pawns. They're happy. They're merry. They're having a good time right now.
There's no way you can stop the push now. You have a troll or just has a free ancient exposed. So looks like Go Dog just gonna take the Megas for safe measure, but I mean Kevin and Tangy here know where the real investment is. Actually, Tangy's a great taunt here on the Spectre just for safe measure.
And well, they can't hit the ancient, so why not hit the Spectre?
Yeah.
And I believe, Ricky, that is the good game segment of a good game.
Oh man, what a hold. Ohio State actually tried so hard to get that game back in, and they almost did, right?
I can't, like, you know, Michigan was like happy that they had game 1-1. They were in control all of game 2, but you know that in the back of their mind they were just thinking Spectre and Aexter's insane defense.
Yeah.
This might's like as dominating. Like, let's look at the graphs. As dominating as a position that they were in, like, they knew the Spectre and Aexter could pull it back. They could never be like, we have this. Oh, like the whole game. There's a one dip in the middle, but yeah, this is.
Yeah, that was a crazy series. You know, Michigan takes the series 2-0 against Ohio State, and
2 undefeated teams.
Yeah,
no longer undefeated teams.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, Michigan has a few more series to play, so they may actually drop a series, and Ohio State and both Michigan could go into, you know, fall with both having, or it could end the fall season with a 5-1 record. You know, it would be pretty insane if it happened. But
speaking of records, Ricky, if you take a look at the standings at the moment, the University of Michigan is the only team in the league that has yet to lose a single game, not match, game. They actually do not know what the defeat screen looks like.
that's, you know, I mean, that says something. This team, I know from past, like in the past CSL seasons, has done really good, right? Like they have a history in CSL of being very successful. So I'm not surprised to see them like stepping it up this year.
I'm not surprised either after that.
Yeah, I mean, they played so well. They played both. Game 1 was very convincing. Game 2, there was a little rough at some parts, but I think it was really just like they're playing a high caliber team, Ohio State, knowing what their comeback mechanic was and just wasn't able to hold it on.
Oh yeah, Michigan. They are another team. This is what I love to see, and I might sound like a broken record, but I don't mind because I'm speaking from the heart here. Teams that play like that, where it's not 5 players, it's one team. They are a unit, they are disciplined, they make the call to back, you see everyone back. They don't take every fight and run it until they die. They have a strategy, they go for objectives, and they do it together. Yeah. And it's all great to watch, because you could see that Ohio State was doing a fantastic job. They dragged that game out to an hour against Michigan, who was playing a fantastic game. But Ohio State just, like, they're such a good team, but they just were never in control.
Yeah,
they were playing reactive to the coordination of Michigan both series.
It was just so hard to come. I mean, your Spectre is sitting 4th from the bottom in net worth the entire first 40 minutes of the game almost. Like the hero just had no farm. So trying to push this into the late game and re-itemize completely to be relevant is just so difficult. And you're going against, like you pointed out, a 5-core lineup from Michigan, a team that does not mind taking this late game, and you see it. Like they just had better team fight in every scenario. No matter what Phoenix could do, that egg is going to go down. And
the team fight looks great when you have Tangy set up for at least a 2-man Cataclysm. But the thing is, almost always, I think more often than not in the late game, Lena was caught by the call.
Yeah,
The
Tangy.
that
That was
fight
his whole game.
She didn't have a buyback. The final team fight started with Aexter dying for 2 minutes with no buyback. That was the initiation. That's the dream.
And it's
right
it's
there.
not like Aexter is playing poorly, right? It's just they have the vision advantage, they have the map advantage on Michigan, so it forces Ohio State to make these not so great calls. They're like, we have to fight this Roche. This is the game-winning play here. If we don't fight Roche, it's over.
Their hands are tied. Yeah.
And Tangy just waiting with vision to get a call on the Lena, and if he gets the Lena into a Cataclysm, this game's over, and they knew it.
He wasn't waiting. He knew they were going to be there before they knew where to be there. He was in their heads.
Right.
At least that's how I feel after that.
And the
performance.
noggins.
And then you know what he was doing with the noggins?
Just bashing
Cutting them
them
right off. Calling them. Chopping them off, getting the movement speed, and running away with his team into the sunset.
So good. Such a good game. Honestly, I just shout out to both teams there. Really well played.
It was a 2-0, but it wasn't a stomp. It was
Yeah.
a great performance by both teams, and I'm looking forward to seeing them both in the future.
Oh yeah, I could see both these teams making playoffs. This was a lot of fun to watch.
At this rate, we will see both these teams making playoffs.
Definitely. Final thoughts. Anything you got to say here, Carlo?
As much as I love these games, 7.20 when we return, Ricky.
You know it.
We gonna see some bounties being hunted.
Dude,
some liches looking for mana. Actually, no longer looking for mana.
Yeah, it's gonna be
looking into the eyes of their enemies.
Yeah, it's gonna be bizarre. I'm very excited. I think, these teams are going to be experimenting in literally every possible way. I have my own thoughts on the patch. I know you have your own thoughts on the patch.
Give me one of your thoughts on the patch.
I told you one earlier. I think people are sleeping on them.
On stream.
Oh my god. Do I say it and get flamed?
No, say it. Dude, it's the beginning of the patch. If you want to say something
beginning
silly.
Of the patch. All right. OD, 30% win rate currently. I think he is a position 4, and I think he's going to be very viable.
I think you can actually even.
I think that's my pocket hero. I think that we'll see come in at some point in this patch.
Position 4 OD, and that's going to be with the Astral Imprisonment messing everybody up, setting everyone up even.
I think we'll see it. I don't think he's. It's a long explanation, but that is my 200 IQ 10 steps ahead prediction is support OD.
You shared one, so I'll share as well. Stop changing what spells stun on Earth Spirit, please.
I knew it.
I have hundreds of game of muscle memory, and now all my spells are not stunning anymore, and I don't know what's going on. Also, Ice Frog, I respect you so much, but if you do what you don't, I don't even want to talk about what you did to Keeper of the Light. I can't even put a sentence together because there's steam coming out my ears right now.
So much tears.
I don't want to talk about it, Ricky. Let's get this back on track.
Okay.
Where can I find that beautiful mug of yours on social
my beautiful
media?
mug. Thank you. You can always find me at ArtCryptic, as you see right here on the screen. Catch us on both Twitch and Twitter. We'll be back with some great action later next week, and maybe some cool content to go with it. So, what about you, Carlo? Where can these amazing folks find you?
Find me on Twitch at Carlton, CARLT0N, and on Twitter at Carlolton, CARLOLT0N.
Sounds pretty good. I think
I'll be the one with all the good pictures of this beautiful face.
Yeah, I have seen them. I can confirm they're quite amazing.
Thank you.
But that's gonna wrap it up for us here at the end of week 6 for C-Star League. Congratulations, University of Michigan, winning their series, continuing their undefeated spree. Good luck in their final series while they try to hold it.
Okay, one last question.
Yes, go.
Is 7.20 gonna mix up the standings as much?
Oh, absolutely.
Are we gonna see it's just upside down bonkers? Teams are gonna.
I don't think anyone's gonna have.
6 or not 1 and 6.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think teams have enough of a grasp on the patch yet. So next week we could see teams who have been undefeated, so convincingly undefeated all season, lose to a team they shouldn't lose to.
We're gonna see cheese.
Yeah,
I guarantee it, Ricky. I guarantee we are gonna see some cheese.
I love stinky cheese, man.
I would put money on it, Canadian dollars on that. Loonies, we call them.
Loonies. I'll take a loonie from you.
I'm a loony for making this bet.
Yeah.
We're seeing a cheese next week, Ricky. You heard it here first. We're seeing a cheese this. I'm going to wear this. Actually, I'll put it. I will wear this hat for every stream next week until we see a cheese. And I bet you I'll take this hat off before the first day is over.
Before the first game is over.
You know what? It might even be that easy.
Yeah.
Before the first pick is done.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
I as well.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for us. Unless you got anything else, we're good.
Let's rest for next week.
Whew.
Save ourselves.
Okay, calm down a little bit. Yeah, I agree. Well, thank you all for tuning in. This has been Collegiate Star League Week 6. And
It's been a pleasure, as always.
We'll see you guys next week for week number 7, but a little treat for you before we go. Enjoy a little interview with the co-founder.
Oh, this is cool.
The co-founder of DotA2. So sit tight.
My name is Sabina Hemi. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Elo Entertainment. We do stat sites for esports titles. If you've heard of DotaBuff or Overbuff, then you know our work. We also just launched a new site called Artibuff for Artifact. So we do stat sites for players to look up their games, understand the game better, track the esports stats and such. I went to University of Texas, Dallas for less than a year, and then I dropped out. I was a computer science major, so I dropped out. I continued to play games because I'd played games all my life. I reached a point where I had worked in web startup in the startup industry. I didn't feel like I had an established career, and I think one thing people don't talk about is that there's this awkward period after college where you're in your 20s and like you have skills or you know things you want to do, but you don't feel secure in the sense that you don't have an established career. You haven't done anything for that long, and it's a really hard developmental period in life. And the way I got through that life was starting a company. So we funded our company ourselves and we started Elo Entertainment 7 years ago. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. I think you have to be really a little arrogant, really driven and hardworking, and then a little bit stupid because you're ignoring all the reasons why you shouldn't do something. So you're dumb and arrogant enough to think that you really can do something and really can make a difference. And I think that's kind of one of the things you need to have to be an entrepreneur or to be a self-starter. I think the collegiate esports is really exciting. It gives a lot of people ways to get experience in esports and participating in running tournaments that you can't really get from other places. It's easier to do that than it is to get an internship at another production company and try to make that work. Shout out to everyone who uses DotaBuff or Overbuff or has ever visited our sites, or anyone who uses data to gain insight into esports. I'm a bit of a stats nerd, so.
Okay, we mentioned earlier our South Korean show. Now, let's find out who's on the bill. Take it away.
Hello, this is Just Snow, and I don't know if you can hear me, or if you're listening. The beacon for the next underground event has been sent. The location is in Seoul, South Korea at Club Hens on Thursday, November 22nd. I'll be there with Delta Heavy for the Monstercat Uncaged show. Get your tickets at monstercat.com/monstercat_soul. That's Soul, S-E-O-U-L. Thanks for listening to Call of the Wild Radio. This is the end of transmission. Remember this.